this channel, I would encourage you to subscribe, like, share the video if you like, with all your friends who like ASMR eating. But, you know, just gotta make sure I say that in the beginning of every video. But anyways, so let's get on to it. I got some. This is like, you know, those like drink mixes. Well, there's this one that my dad gets. It's like these Skittles drink mixes, and this tastes like green Skittles. I guess it's like green apple Skittles or whatever. I'm trying to be better at the ASMR thing. The sounds. So, what I'm going to be talking about today, just because it's relevant, I want to ramble about a few things, but to start off, I want to talk about the AFC and NFC Championship for football. Now, I want to disclaimer this, and I don't want to tick anybody off who, you know, has a particular favorite, you know, team that they really root for, but as a novice football watcher, I want to give you my opinion based on what I saw, because I don't normally watch football games, but me and my dad were hanging out. Did this happen? This happened Sunday. Duh, right, Sunday football, but yeah. I think, yeah, anyways. So, yeah, I was gonna watch the game, and I'm like, you know what? I'll watch the game with my dad because he got back from a long trip, so I spent some quality time with him, and he likes football, so I was gonna watch it. And so we went to Wild Wings before, you know, because I was hungry, he was hungry. We went to Wild Wings because they had all the TVs and stuff, and so we went to Wild Wings, Buffalo Wild Wings, and so we went there and we were watching the game, and listen, all I'm saying is, I feel bad for the Ravens fans, okay? So, I feel like half the people on Twitter are only rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs because of Travis Kelce. That's it. He did score that touchdown, and he had some, well, listen, if you want to correct me, go ahead, but like, I don't remember all the details of that game. I don't watch both games back to back. I'm just gonna point out the stuff that was memorable, the stuff that had me go like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? I don't root for any particular team, by the way, so everything that I say here is like unbiased, and it's only based off of what I saw in those two games. So like, if they've had a good year, bad year, I don't know. If they've had like, well, clearly they had a good year because they made it to the championship. But I'm saying, I don't know how the teams do overall. I know sports fans they can be really like aggro and really defensive about their teams. But, so, what I remember is when the Ravens scored that first touchdown, they did that, they were dancing, you know, they were doing that stuff, and then like, I can't remember it play by play, obviously, but I just remember, you know, that pass that Patrick Mahomes did to Travis Kelce. I think that ended up in a touchdown. I can't remember. But there were just a lot of good plays. They tightened up their defense, and it was just like the Ravens, I don't remember what the final score was. I don't feel like they got destroyed, but, well, the problem that I noticed, and if you follow my Twitter, I foul for taunting because the guy knocked him down, stood over him, and beat his chest. Like, what? That is just completely unnecessary, sir. They kept getting, like, fouled for dumb stuff. And, I just felt like it was super unnecessary, and it led to their downfall. There's this one YouTuber I follow, Life with Anthony. I know he's a Baltimore Ravens fan. I'm sure he's made a video about it by now. But I'm kind of curious to see his perspective if he watched that game, because he's really into football. He does like this van life videos where he's like out, he recently bought like a trailer, like a travel trailer, and he has a minivan, and then he kind of like, and then he goes to campgrounds, and he uses his YouTube income, and he does YouTube full time to pay for all of the trips. I think he's in. Is he in Dubai right now? He might be in Dubai right now. He might be back. I haven't watched his channel in a few weeks. But the last time I saw a video, he said he was going to Dubai. So that's kind of my overall feeling about the game. About that particular game. Is I just feel like, now, I thought it was funny because they would cut to Taylor Swift, right? When Travis Kelce did that thing, I think it was after a touchdown, he did something good, okay? Don't come for me. And then he went. And I guess he was pointing to Taylor Swift. He was like, so, I don't know. Everyone online has been going crazy about that relationship. But honestly, that's some brilliant marketing for the NFL. You know how many Swifties out there? Let me know if you're a Swiftie in the comments. Or if you're a football fan, what's your favorite team? That kind of stuff. But like, there are so many Chiefs fans because of Travis Kelce. Like, dude. So, the AFC was pretty good. It was a really riveting, it was a really captivating game. I don't really like football that much, but I understand why so many people watch it and are really interested in it, because when you see someone do something really cool, because I know the rules and stuff. I don't know what everything's called, so if I'm blanking on something, please bear with me, but like, I'm just basically talking about like, all the different, I don't know, just kind of like, from a newbie perspective, a person who just got into it, like, I'm not even really saying that I'm into it, I just kind of casually watch it if I want to spend if I'm not doing something, or if I want to spend some time with my dad, then I watch the football games with him. But it's just like, I'm not always wanting to watch football games, because I'm not like invested in any particular team, so I don't really care who wins or loses. So to spend like 3 hours watching a game, I'm not invested in. But 20 minutes into that game, when I saw them, like, it was hyped up. Just the first like 10 to 15 minutes of the AFC, I was like, okay, now I have to watch this to completion. And then me and my dad watched the NFC. And look, like how I said, I'm sorry for Ravens fans. I am really sorry for the Lions fans. Because the only thing, now bear with me, the only thing I know about the Lions, this is like the first time they've made it this far, or if they made it this far in the past, it's been a long time since then. So the only thing I know about the Lions is that, like, they're kind of the underdog and no one's really rooting for them, and they go up against like the 49ers, which is like a well-established team that's, I wouldn't say, that's been there many times and whatnot or whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's my gist that I've gotten. And so, I was like, oh dang, they have a 17-point lead after the first half. I'm like, dude, this is insane. And in one quarter, they turned the tides was hard fought, but like, I think if a team comes back that hard, because I don't know what was happening with the Lions, but like, they had a fumble and a weird play. This one dude cut through the middle, and the commentators or the narrators, whatever you call them, were saying it's a weird play for some reason. Obviously, I don't really remember the reason, but they were saying it's like a weird play. That's a weird thing to do, and both of those things like caused them to get possession of the ball, and the 49ers, I believe. And I'm just like, it's just that they scored, and I'm like, dude. So there was this in the beginning of the game. I remembered this because I'm a little petty-minded, right? So I was like, okay. So the coach was telling the person who does the reporting, like the girl who went on there or whatever. She was like, yeah. So the coach was saying that, we're not here to like, basically what he was saying to the Lions is that we're gonna show you who we are, and we're not like, we don't have to go above and beyond to show you that we're a better team. That's the gist of what I assumed is what he was saying. He's like, we're not gonna have to go above and beyond to show you guys how better we are than you. And I was like, and after the first half, I was like, dang, bro, that's like a crazy statement to make given how harsh you're losing right now. And they came back and won, and I'm like, well, they showed him who they were. He said it and it happened, okay? That's called manifestation. That's called speaking it into existence. So, I was about to like start, dozing off after the first half, and I was kind of like, dang, this isn't gonna go anywhere. My dad was like, hey man, I'm going to bed, but then he was like, it's only 8 o'clock. I need to wait until at least 9 or 9:30, and it was between 8 and 9. I think 15-20 minutes in, they completely turned the tides. It didn't even take that long, and me and my dad were just like, wow, that's crazy. So so yeah, let me know your guys' feelings about it if any of you are football fans. I know one of my fans is Killel. I call him Kel, but that sounds kind of morbid. He was posting about it on Instagram. But by the way, you should follow my Instagram. But yeah, those were just some really good games. Both teams put up a really good fight. I just got a little annoyed at how much the Ravens were like, they just got super mad. Oh, that's another thing I was gonna mention. One of the guys, when they so they had this play where this guy was rushing it towards the end zone, right? And he was trying to take the ball and put it in the end zone to score a touchdown. But in him trying to do that, instead of holding it tight to his body, it bounced out of his hand, and then it went into the possession of the Chiefs. And that's what cost them a touchdown. And some guy got so mad about that he nearly busted his hand. Or I think he did bust his hand. He like smacked down so hard on the benches or whatever that it could have, because he was so mad that it could have potentially like hurt his hand. And I'm like, dude, that's so stupid. Like, because if they got possession of the ball and he's on the bench, I'm assuming he's like a defense, so that means he's gonna have to get rotated in. And I was telling my dad about that. He's like, yeah, he could have, cost them. He could have thrown that for them. But I don't remember if if anything did happen with that, I think he was fine. But I was just like, how stupid. Like, yeah, obviously you're you know, you want to like exert energy if you're really mad about something, but it's like there's no point in doing that. There's other ASMR person I listen to. I don't like saying ASMR. I don't like saying ASMR artist. Okay. I'm not an artist. I eat in front of a camera. That's not art. Well, this face is a work of art. But the thing that I am doing right now is not art. I don't like saying ASMR artist. But anyways, this other ASMR person, their name I think is Steel ASMR, and she talks a lot about NFL, and she's really into it and explaining, you know, in her whisper voice is insane. Like, relaxing. It's super relaxing, so I'd recommend checking her out. If you're like a huge football fan. Because I don't know if I'm ever going to be talking about this again. I barely understand the rules. Like, I know fumbles are bad. I know fouls are bad. I know you're trying to get to the other guys. You're trying to push past the other guys to get to their end zone so that you can score. And then if you score, you kick a field goal to get an extra point. Or if you're on your fourth down and you're close enough to the field goal, you can kick for 3 points. But beyond that, I really don't know much. That's why I'm saying, just don't get mad at me in the comments and just, you know, I'm cool with criticism, but just don't be like, you should be, you know, just like, you know, be kind, okay? This is one of those topics that, like, whoa, it's like one of those topics that, like, really trigger people for online debate. Now, today it is January 30th when I'm recording this. And Elon, Mr. Musk. Ugh. Elon Musk is a cool name, but imagine calling him Mr. Musk. Like, you know, musty. Like, imagine Mr. Musk. You got some musk. Anyway, sorry. Elon Musk. He did his first human trial. Or his first human implant for the Neuralink. And, I'm going to be reading up on it, but I don't know that happened today. But yeah, he wants people to have, like, people who lose function in their limbs and stuff to reactivate, or to have a communication center between the brain and a neural implant chip, so that chip is able to like communicate with technology. And one of the things he said was like, imagine if Stephen Hawking could like text through a phone using his brain just as fast as like an auctioneer or like someone who just speaks really fast or something like that. And that's what he essentially is trying to do. That's the goal. I think that's really cool. I'm gonna wait for a long time before considering getting anything like that. Right. I'm not gonna be the first. I know that's for sure. I'm interested in seeing how it works, though. But I imagine it's going to be helpful in the future. But when I think of Neuralink, if you guys have ever seen the show Altered Carbon, because that's what Neuralink makes me think of. And if you don't know the premise of the show Altered Carbon, it's essentially that. So they're living in the future, and there's a chip then, and that chip is all of your memories, your past, everything you know about yourself. It's your consciousness. And if you die, as long as you get that chip implanted into a new body, then you basically come back alive. Like you don't die. Like people go through multiple lives in multiple skins. as long as like you get implanted at a certain time frame, I think then you can like come back to life. When I first started Neuralink, that's what I thought of. I never watched Altered Carbon all the way through. I got bored. But yeah. So, for dessert, Biscoff. Now, my dad just came back from the Dominican Republic, and on the airplane, I guess they gave these to him, and he was like, "Here you go, Ryan, airline snack," and I was like, "Okay." So we'll see if they're decent. At least they're Biscoff. I forget how crumbly these are. Jesus Christ. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. There we go. Okay. Gingerbread. The second one just broke into pieces. And there's crumbs all over my floor, which is annoying. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you are close to relaxation, and I hope you're being relaxed right now, and hopefully you'll fall asleep. But see you guys in the next video. Like I said, like and subscribe. I love you guys' support. All the support you've given me, I really appreciate that and love you guys. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later.